name is Amber Zigafuth. I work at Lewis Ginter Botanical Garden. I'm an operations and custodial. When I started working, I had a job coach who helped me and supported me, making supports.
Amber has a binder full of supports to help her learn her job tasks and to function and interact with her coworkers. She has supports for her schedule. She has alarms so that she can manage her time well and stick to her routine. She also has supports for interacting with her coworkers appropriately and professionally, whether that's in the break room, whether she's working on her team with the operations. Amber was fully involved in creating her supports, from the colors and the pictures that would kind of motivate her to follow and use them daily. And she also included her managers and her coworkers in helping create those supports as well, just to get their feedback on whether or not what was being put into place would be beneficial to her and the team overall. I do believe that these supports allowed Amber to be independent on her job. Once she fully became comfortable following her supports and using them daily, she was able to independently work. And also, one of the other supports that I would say is very important for her was having her coworkers as natural supports.
We worked extensively with the job coaches that were part of the program, not only coaching Amber and providing support tools for her to learn the job and to learn the tasks, and frankly to learn the garden. It's a big property to learn your way around, but also to help educate myself and my team on what we should expect working with someone with a disability, and specifically with the strengths and personality that Amber was going to bring to the group.
One of the challenges that Amber, myself, and her employer worked through was just communicating her routine or changes in her routine. I remember a time where she was just giving verbal instruction and maybe wasn't following through on those instructions. So I implemented something as simple as a sticky note or a notepad that Amber could either write down what the instruction was so that she could be sure that she followed through by the end of the day.
Now they just come and check in on me, seeing how I'm doing, and that I can get my job done by myself.
I remember early on when we first got started here at Lewis Ginter, we did run into a few challenges, and one in particular happened to occur in the break room. So we sat down and we talked about break room etiquette, and I created some visual supports for Amber just to kind of reiterate and remind her of the appropriate things to do and to talk about, and how to engage appropriately with her coworkers who also were enjoying and dining in the break room. As a result of the education I provided to the staff and then spending some time training Amber on break room etiquette, her behaviors improved. Staff were now re-entering the break room and having lunch with Amber, and the break room is a lot more enjoyable and cleaner now that these supports have been put in place. So with her manager's permission, I created a visual support that was similar to like a Venn diagram, or like just different bubbles of I will statements that not only pertain to Amber individually and singling her out, but that also applied to all employees who spent time in the break room. One way that we reinforced break room etiquette with Amber was utilizing role play, so including the job coaches and then her co-workers on rehearsing the proper break room etiquette and different techniques on how to just properly socialize while on break and just being mannerable amongst her coworkers.